At one point I believe that there were more than 9 theaters in the city of Lansing, all at once. You've got different time periods that we're looking at too, and served the need for entertainment in the city of Lansing. Well, in the 1860s was Lansing's first theater, and that would have been Capitol Hall. Not much is known of the Capitol Hall Theater, but the next one was built by James I. Mead, who was one of Lansing's earliest pioneers. And that was the first theatrical house. And it was known as Mead's Hall. It was over 2 stories in height. Mead's Hall was constructed in 1865, just as the Civil War was coming to an end. And there would have been all types of performances there. In the 1870s, Mark Twain was in town, and there would be evolutionary changes along that, from opera to vaudeville to silent pictures to motion pictures with sound. You would hear the organist or the pianist at the front of the theater, as the silent picture is playing. A new entertainment venue was about to occur. From 1920 to 1930, the Gladmer Theater provided a mix of both live entertainment and movies at that time. It wasn't until the sound movies came in that it provided the death blow to vaudeville and the live entertainment. Later in 1939, it was decided that the current building was really unsuitable for movies, so a new Gladmer Theater was planned. And I should mention, but in 1939, the Gladmer that once stood as the premier showplace in Lansing for over 65 years was no more. In its place, a new Gladmer arose, a state-of-the-art facility that would serve the residents of Lansing for another 40 years at that time. The Gladmer operated until 1979, when it was a Butterfield theater chain. The Gladmer sat vacant until 1984 when it was torn down. So for 112 years, it's a substantial history. The Gladmer sat at the corner of 233 North Washington and served as the premier site of entertainment for Lansing citizens. Today, as with a majority of these buildings that have been raised through the years, it is now a parking lot. That is the history of the Buck Opera House, the Baird's Opera House, and the Gladmer Theater.